Hello dear students, I am Dr. Sanjay Pakar, Associate Professor, Department of Geography. Dear student, I welcome all of you in this online lecture series on behalf of Maratha Vidya Prasarak Samajas, Charity Arts, BH Commerce and AM Science, popularly known as KTHM College Nasik. Dear student, this is our SYBSC Geography class, semester 4, and title of our subject is Environmental Geography Part 2. And the paper code of this subject is GG241. Dear student, today we are going to discuss our topic number 2, that is environment planning and management. In this topic, we have a subtopic, that is aspect of environmental management. Dear student, in previous lecture we have discussed detailed information about principle of environmental planning. For today's lecture, we have a learning objective or the study objective, that is to discuss the aspects of environmental management. Dear student, you know that today environment management is the need of ours. Environmental management is required for development without destruction or overuse of natural resources and to reduce pollution and the degradation of nature. If we want to conserve our environment, if we want to keep the environmental balance or the ecological balance, for that purpose this environmental management is very important tools. By using the environmental management we can do this. The quality of environment implies a healthy environment. Dear student, an environment that merely sustains human life but also cares for its well-being is indicative of the environmental quality. And dear student, you know that if you want to protect our environment, and for that purpose the environmental management is required to give a new direction of our economy. So without economical development we are not going to do a progress. But see, simultaneously we have to take care about our environmental quality. We should not disturb or destroy the quality of the environment. So both are important. The ecological balance is also important and economic development is also important. And for that purpose, if you want to keep the balance between these two things, then environmental management is very important. Dear student, let us talk about the various aspects of the environmental management. The number one is environmental perception and the public awareness. This is the very important aspect. Dear student, environmental perception and the public awareness is one of the most important aspects of the environment management. We should study and understand the environment through our perception. And if we don't know the detailed information, the nature of environment, then really we are not able to do any environmental management. To understand our environment better, one should know the sources of the environmental perception and the public awareness. Level of environmental perception and the role of environment perception in environmental planning and management is very important. Dear students, the people should aware about the adverse effect of pollution and the environmental degradation. And you know that we are responsible for pollution and the environmental degradation around us. So economic development, but if we not take care about our environment, then definitely it will be going to degrade as early as possible. So therefore there is a need, there is a requirement to do the public awareness about the protection and the conservation of the environment in the public. So each and every person of the world should know there is a need of the conservation of the environment. And if you want to continue our development, then definitely this is a very important thing. To create awareness at the local level to protect the environment is a very important. See that this process should be started from our local level. It may be from the primary school, then we have the high school and college and university, and that level at the higher level. So, but you know that the EP implemented this process at the local level very nicely, then you can extend up to the regional level, national level, and then international level. But step by step, we can create the awareness in the people through the public awareness program. For that purpose, the various mass media, social media, print media, electronic media, radio, TV, each and everything, these various type of the modes of the communication, you can used for this purpose. Even the one is very important. That is, this can be, we can implement various program in our college and school, and through that program, or even you can implement the compulsory course of creating the awareness about the a course in environmental awareness. This was course already introduced by the university at the university and the college level from this 2004. So even in high school and the primary school also, we have added this various chapter and the topic about the create the awareness in the public about the environmental conservation, or the if you know the detailed information about environmental quality, environmental ecology, environmental balance, then definitely the people, what is important. So there should be the awareness in the people what are the negative impact of their each and every activity they are carried out in their daily lives. If they take care about that, then definitely we can minimize the intensity of the degrading the environmental quality. So dear student, for that purpose, the environmental perception and the public awareness is very important, and this is the very important aspect of the environmental management. Let us talk about the second important aspect, that is environmental education and training. Yes, dear student, this is also very important. The education, the environmental education concerns the people to the world around us, and it creates the awareness about the environment. It allows exploring the aspect of the environment and help to solve the environmental problem. The environmental education at the school, college and university level must be there. So I just mentioned that already in even the state government, central government, UGC and the various that the agencies that are related to the education, they are take the they take the initiation. They take the good steps toward the create the awareness in the people and even the workers through the organizing and the conducting the various training program, and even the conference and the workshop they also organize time to time. And through this course, this program, they can able to create the awareness in the people about the how to behave. Our behavior should be in such a way, eco-friendly behavior should be there. Means yes, it is true that economic development is required to us for the development, but simultaneously we also take care about the various aspect of the environment, various parts of the environment, the ecology, the ecosystem, that what we are natural resources, number of things are there. So there should be not any damage or the negative impact of your any behavior, any activity on the environment. And for that purpose, specific technology is important, specific technique is important, specific behavior is important, and for that purpose the government and the various private agency or maybe the NGO can be can be conducted various education and the training program, and from that they can give the training to people how to behavior, how your behavior should be eco-friendly. Then there should not be any side effect or negative effect on the environment. The environmental training by the professional institutes should be given to a student and a citizen, as it would help in the reducing the environmental degradation. And environmental education and the training gives a knowledge of the environment process, causes of the pollution, impact of the pollution on the environment. And finally, it also provides the necessary measure to tackle with the environmental issue. That is very important. You know that the human being is responsible for the various pollution. It may be the noise pollution, it may be the water pollution, air pollution, solid pollution, and numbers of pollution are there. The human being is the main, that is the thing that responsible for creating the various type of the pollution in the environment. And also I just like to mention some few things, that how the population, the growth of our population, urbanization, then deforestation, these are the very important process that are responsible for the creating the damage, negative damage on the environment quality. So therefore, this training, the education, the environmental education and the training is very important. And I'm sure that if each and every person participated positively in that training program, and they learn lot of things, techniques, technology that can be eco-friendly. So yes, in regular life, we have to think about at your home, at your office, at your school, college, university, everywhere. You should behave in such a way that there should not be any damage or the negative impact on your activity on the environment. And if it happen, then really such type of the environmental education and training program can be success. But what is important? You each and everyone should be positively part of respond to such a environmental education and the program training program. Then it will be possible to us to create the our economical development, and also the we can able to protect the quality of or ecology, quality of the environment that we have around us. Dear student, then another important aspect of the environmental management is management of the resources. This is very important. You know that student, resources are nothing but it's a material or thing that are useful for the human being to fulfill his various needs. So we have the numbers of the things in environment. By using that things, we are able to fulfill our basic needs. It may be food, shelter, or maybe the education, health. That were numbers of things every day we require. For that purpose, we are using the natural resources. It may be water, it may be soil, it may be forest, it may be mineral, it may be earth, and different things are there. So therefore, knowledge about the resources are very important. For environmental the resource management is very important. And if you want to do the proper environmental management, then really for that purpose, management of the resources is very important. Dear student, on the basis of information about concept of the resources, classification of the natural resources, survey and the evaluation of the ecological resources, conservation of the energy resources, mineral resources, soil resources, water resources, and so many resources, we can do the proper utilization of all the resources for development, and that is very important. So without the knowledge and detailed information about these resources, we are not do anything. So therefore, we get all the resources from the nature. Therefore, we should be take care about the environment to protect them. And if you want to do this thing, especially I'm talking about some resources are very limited. If you use in a continuous rate, then definitely within next 50 or 100 years, some resources can be end or we are not able to use for a long period. And for especially I'm talking about the sustainable development. Yes, if you want to do the sustainable development, for that purpose, the proper utilization of the natural resources is very important. And for that purpose, really the management of resources is important. And on the basis of this, we can able to do the management of the environment. So dear student, you know that the sustainable use of the natural resources is a key point of the environmental management. This is the very important principle, or you can say the very important aspect of the environmental management. Without sustainable development, we are not doing anything for creating the conservation or making the conservation of our environment. So therefore, in this respect, this is the management of the resources is very important. Let us talk about the environmental impact assessment, EIA. Dear student, we talk a lot about this process, but see, every time the reference of this process is something different. Here we are talking about the same thing, environmental impact assessment, but with respect to the environmental management. So in this aspect, the environmental impact of the various human activity, maybe you can say the various human economic activity, are taken into the consideration while doing environmental management is very important. See dear student, it is the process of evaluating the both beneficial as well as adverse impact of any development activity on the environment. We already mentioned the various examples in our previous lecture, that the various activity of the human being, it may be the proposed project of anything. I'm repeating same example, the construction of the dam, the construction of the road, construction of the multi-purpose project, construction of the thermal power project, or maybe any other development project. That when we do we make a frame or the plan for the implementing that project. So before that, what is required? So we should be analyzed, we should be evaluate the impact, what will be the impact of that project on that proposed project or the program on the environment. That should be evaluated by the scientifically manner, and for that purpose environmental impact assessment is very important process. Dear student, this aspect aim to predict the environmental impact at an early stage in the planning and the implementation of any project. It is also tried to find the way and means to reduce the adverse impact of the environment. This is a very important, and for that purpose we, you know that we are not going to stop the economic development process whole for the protecting the environmental balance. See student, both are required. So therefore, yes, there should be any negative impact or the adverse impact on the environment, but what is our duty? We try to minimize that impact on the environment by using the various eco-friendly technology and techniques. So therefore, this is a very important thing, and this all information we can able to get through the environmental impact assessment program or process. For the purpose, modification and improvement in the production technology is important. I just mentioned that I am talking about the use of eco-friendly technology is important. And so if we do the proper environmental impact assessment of each and every project that we are going to start in the future, then definitely we can able to do the economic development, and as well as we can able to minimize its impact on the environmental quality, environmental balance, and ecological balance. So in this respect, the environmental impact assessment is very important if you want to do a proper environmental management of anything. Then we have the very important aspect of the environmental management, that is control of environmental degradation and the pollution. This is the very important aspect, dear student. The environmental degradation and the pollution means lowering down the quality of an environment. Yes, I am just talking about the numbers of things are there. They are example of the environmental degradation. It may be pollution, it may be the loss of biodiversity, it may be the depletion of the ozone layer, global warming is there, climate change is there, then the quality of the water, the quality of the air, the quality of the various natural resources are depleting day by day. So this is nothing but it is the environmental degradation and the pollution. So what is important when we are going to frame any environmental management, environmental planning and the management, that time all these things should keep in your mind. On the basis of this information, we can able to do a very comprehensive and accurate management plan. So different type of the pollution, changes in the physical, chemical and biological property of the environment is important. So for that purpose, we have to know what are the changes that happening around us in the environment. If we get the knowledge, then definitely we can able to minimize the intensity through the human activity. We can repair our behavior, we can correct our behavior for the saving the degradation of the environmental quality. So and the pollution also. Dear students, there are different causes of the environmental degradation and the air pollution. I am talking about the industrial development, urbanization, deforestation, agriculture development and the population growth. See, these are the very important. The directly and indirectly all these processes are impact negatively on the environmental degradation and the environmental pollution. So the knowledge about this thing is very important when we are going to make any environmental management plan. In this aspect, what is it is expected to regeneration and control of degraded environment by applying the various techniques and the method. It would help to reduce the natural hazard and the disaster. And dear student, seriously, that is our aim. We want to do this thing. This can be achieved by controlling the population growth, the public awareness, sustainable development, and environmental policies and laws. See, this is a very important. See, dear student, if you want to control the human activity that is affect on the negatively on the environment, so for that purpose, the first thing is very important. That public awareness is very important. If the public know what is the negative impact they are doing on the environment and what will be the loss of the environmental quality and environmental balance through their various activity, then definitely once they understand, then definitely they can do the proper action. So that is why the public awareness is very important. Then another, I repeating lot of time, that sustainable development is very important for the next generation. We want to continue this development or sustainable development for a long period toward the next generation also. So for that purpose, we have to take care about we have to use the natural resources in a such a way that there should not be negative impact, as well as that the quantity of that natural resource should be protected. So it doesn't mean that we stop the use of the natural resource. Yes, we can stop, but instead of the non-renewable resources, we can use the maximum use of the renewable resources. It may be that we can regenerate again and again. That resources we can use for the use of the economic development. Then another last very important point is very important as per my knowledge, that environmental policies law is very important. Yes, dear student, sometimes there is a need to implement the strictly the rules and regulation laid down by the government. It may be the central government or the national government or the local government, or maybe the various agency that are work at the international level. So there should be the strictly implementation of the policy and rules and regulation laid down by the various this government for the protection of the environment, for the sustainable development, for the keeping the ecological balance, environmental balance. So therefore, if you do this, if we obey all these rules and regulations laid down by the government, then definitely at a large extent we can able to protect our environment. So all these points are very important when we are talking about the environmental management. Dear student, this was about today's lecture. In this lecture, we discuss about the various aspects of the environmental management. In next lecture, we are going to discuss the approaches of environmental management. Okay, thank you.